Hey everybody, we're here at the gym. I just downed my TVP ripped. We're getting ready to smash back. We're gonna do a lot of variations this time, so it's good. I'm here with my buddy Tad. We're gonna just go through an insane workout. We're gonna keep the intensity high. All right, so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be starting out with a lat pull down, a little very different variation. You can see with the single arm lat pull down, so we can alternate arms. We can do both arms at the same time. But the thing that I like about this the most is that we can get a good squeeze. We can go wide, we can go narrow, we can just get a good squeeze and really stimulate the back, get a lot of blood flow in there before we go do our heavy rows. All right, now what we're gonna be doing is underhand bent over rows. The higher your torso is, the more you're gonna work up on your back. So the lower your torso is parallel to the ground, you'll hit that lower lat and get that thickness in that lower lat. You'll see a lot of bodybuilders do reverse grip, pull downs, reverse grip rows for thickness. The thing is to be controlled, so you're not bouncing your torso, putting risk on your spine. So we pyramid up, go to about 10 to 25 pounds up each set, and just get a good squeeze with go as heavy as we can without risking bad form. This is one of my favorite exercises. What we're doing is we're working the lower lat and kind of what most people call the Christmas tree. So we're going to be squeezing that lower lat by pulling with our elbows. As you can see, Tad, he's coming up to his hips, pulling with his elbow, squeezing that lower lat. So we'll do a set of 10 to 12 of these, and then we'll go do a heavy dumbbell row, a single arm dumbbell row. But these, you can't get a better squeeze than these because your body is completely isolated. So now what we're going to be doing is a variation of like just a good seated row with the isolation on the chest, so there's no cheating. We switched up our grip. Instead of going a narrow grip, like a hammer grip, we're going an overhand grip. It's kind of it's all about angles. I like to hit back at different angles because it's such a large muscle group. And so going higher, we're gonna hit our upper back, our rear delts, and different muscles than what we were doing is a row or coming in close to the body. So again, grip, overhand grip, we lower the seat to hit our upper back, and it's more of an isolation move, so we're not throwing around crazy weight, we're just getting the squeeze. So now what we're gonna do, we wanna switch it up. We've done a few heavier rows, so now we wanna do some pull downs, kind of that back width going, and so we're coming over here to the free motion machine, and we're doing an underhand lat pull down, and we're supersetting it with an assisted pull up post grip. And so we have to add weight onto the assisted pull up just because we're pretty much taxed about right now. We're spent, so we're gonna do 3 or 4 sets depending on how we feel, and then we'll have 2 more exercises, and then we'll jump into some light body training. All right, so the tips on back workout is try not to pull with your hands, but pull with your elbows. Keep a lucid grip, so you're not using your biceps. You want to eliminate the biceps as much as possible. The other thing when we're doing seated rows is you want to pivot at the hip, so you can stretch forward as much as you can, as much as you have room, and you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze your elbows together behind your body. If you can focus on pulling with your elbows and not with your hands, you're going to get a lot more benefit out of the weight. Remember, it's time under tension. You want to control the weight on the way down, you want to control the weight on the way up, and get that squeeze. If you can maximize that, you don't need to lift an insane amount of weight if you have good form, and you'll hit hypertrophy, and you'll be able to grow your muscles. Now what we're doing, we got one more exercise after this. It's somewhat of a finisher. Most people use the rope or a bar and they'll go wide. It's for like straight pull downs. I like to use a single arm every once in a while just to switch it up. And I notice when I use a single arm, I keep my shoulder forward and I can go behind my body, so I can get a farther stretch, a farther squeeze, and I can isolate the muscle a lot more. I feel like I get a lot more out of it when I can use one arm at a time, and I have a lot more range of motion, and I can get a better stretch. So if you want, switch it up. We usually do like 10 to 15 reps just to get that blood flow in, and then we're gonna finish with ladders here in about 2 seconds. All right, so what we did, we just finished off with ladders. You guys have seen me do this before with biceps, with different things. I like to incorporate it throughout my body. I like to do ladders, 21s, everything for all my muscle groups. What we just did here is a lat pull down. We actually did a different variation, so we turned around and we did ladders, kind of like what you would normally do behind the neck pull downs, We leaned back, stuck our chest out to isolate the back, and we pull with our elbows to a back rear double bi, getting it in like an intense squeeze. So we did 1 rep, and then 2 reps, and then 3 reps, all the way up to 10, and just demolished the back. I honestly haven't had a pump like this in a long time. So what we're doing now is we're just finishing off. I like to do biceps twice a week. And so we annihilated our back. We use a lot of our biceps, our forearms. And so now we're finishing off biceps with preacher curls. I like to do lightweight, 15 to 20 reps, really focusing on the peak, keeping my wrist bent backwards so it isolates the bicep and we can hit that peak. Like I said, we're doing 15 to 20 reps, so the weight's not heavy. We're just doing everything that we can to get enough blood in there. So what we're doing now is we're just finished off with, we're completely done with our workout. We finished off with dumbbell ladders, doing both arms at the same time, where we do, I only had 20s and I couldn't finish them. I only went up to 9. So we do 1 set, we do 1 rep, wait a second, do 2 reps, wait a second, do 3 reps, without setting the weight down all the way up to 10. Like I said, I only made it to 9. My forearms are fried, my hands are fried, my bis are fried, everything's toast. Now it's time to get some BCAAs in, some carb in, a good meal, some antioxidants, stretch a little bit, and recover.